Okay, we are live. Hey everyone, hi. Welcome to today's live stream. Yeah, so a quick introduction about me. I'm Hayes, and yes, you might have seen me in a couple of live streams. Yes, I love hosting live streams. I used to host this in KPI. Let's talk about contributing, the community meeting, and a lot of other live streams. And yes, so today's live stream is actually about let's talk contributing to Async KPI, right? So, I mean, you might actually go ahead and check out some of our previous episodes of Let's Talk About Contributing. Yes, those are really interesting live streams, right? But today is actually different, right? Today's live stream is different, which is also like a Let's Talk About Contributing live stream, but it is not just contributing to code, right? Which is like I'm super excited about today's live stream, honestly. So this live stream isn't about contributing to code, but instead we are actually going to be discussing, talking about, let's talk contributing to design, right? So if you're a designer, I mean, this is going to be an interesting session for you. You don't want to miss out this session. So with me today, I have like a really amazing person. She has been contributing to open source design for a while now, and yes, she's the perfect person for me to like invite for today's live show, right? Um, Before I get started, I just want you to know if you find these sessions, this session really interesting, I would advise you to like check out other past sessions of Let's Talk About Contributing. And yes, so you should also like make sure you subscribe to our YouTube channel to stay tuned for other upcoming episodes of Let's Talk About Contributing. Yeah, so that's just it. So today with me, I have an interesting fellow and a good friend of mine, Maya. So Maya is actually a really interesting person, a really good person to like work with a very vast amount of knowledge when it comes to design. Right. So I'm not gonna do the introduction for her. So I'm gonna bring her up stage now and let her introduce herself. Okay. So I'm bringing Maya up. Hey Maya.
Hello, everyone.
Hi.
Hi,
How you doing?
I'm fine. What about you? How are you doing?
I'm doing like I mean I'm so happy to have this session with you.
I'm happy to be here as well.
So before we get started, do you mind telling us who Maya is? Like, who is Maya?
Definitely. Hello, everyone. My name is Aisha Tmibudin. You can call me Maya as well. I am a user experience researcher and designer at Async API, and I've been contributing to the design for like a year now, I guess. Nice to meet you. Thank you.
Wow, that is actually interesting, Maya. I mean, Maya has been contributing to Async API design issues for I think over a year now, right? And also,
Yeah.
I think you are also participating in the Async API mentorship program as a designer.
Yes, I am.
You're one of the few designers we have. This is actually interesting.
Thank you.
Do you mind telling us like about your journey into design and specifically into open source design?
Okay. My journey started 2 years ago, I guess. When I started, I didn't really have a laptop to work with. So I used to like go from school, come back home to borrow my dad's laptop to work to design. So once I'm done, I'll go back to school again. If there's any hackathon or any design competition, I do participate in it. So it was last year I discovered Async API on Twitter through the technical writing. I think GSOC or GDocs. I'm not sure about that. So they are recruiting technical writers, and I wanted to participate as well. So I applied, but unfortunately, I didn't get accepted. So I was like, is there a way to contribute to the design here? Because I would love to do that. And I started with the design, and ever since then, I started with the speaker cards for last year for the conference website. Sorry, for the conference, for the Async API virtual conference. So after that, I've been doing some other design issues, design contribution, and presently right now I'm working on the Async API design system and design audits.
Wow, that is actually interesting. You actually went from not like having your own personal laptop to like
Yeah.
designing for using KPI. I mean, that is one hell of a journey. But I mean, like, what's actually made you think open source is like the right? I mean, like, I know a lot of designers. Right, I've met a couple of designers that I've tried talking them into like contributing to open source projects, but I mean, like, I never. I never get anywhere with that. But I mean, like, what made it different for you? Like, why do you think open source is something you want to like contribute to?
Okay, so the first time I heard about open source, I was like, what's open source? What is it all about? But the point is, the major motivation for me was that I wanted to contribute and give back to the community. As I said, when I started, I didn't have a laptop, but fortunately, I was able to win a laptop through She Code Africa, was also like an
Oh,
NGO organization. Yes. And one of my motivation was I wanted to contribute to open source. I wanted to give back to the community, show that designers can also be in open source. It's not just about developers or technical writers and the likes.
I mean, that is actually a lot of motivation.
Okay.
I mean, like, contribute to open source. I think full time, which is actually interesting. Uh, yeah, but so I get like diverted. So what are we doing today? Like, I mean, it's all about open source, right? And design. So want to tell the audience, like, I would love the audience to know what it is we are doing today.
Okay, so for today, I'll be showing you how to start your first contribution. Oh, sorry. I'll start your first contribution as a designer. I'll walk you through the process of finding issues, design issues on GitHub to bringing your Figma assets from bringing your assets from Figma to GitHub and showing the community what you are working on. So that's basically what we'll be doing today.
Oh my! I mean, this is going to be an interesting session. I mean, I haven't like I've seen a lot of. I think we've hosted a couple of let's talk about contributing, which is mostly about code related. I think this is different, right? So, hey folks, we are going to be going from zero to actually making an actual contribution, design contribution, right? So we are actually going to go from searching for your first design issue to actually designing that particular issue, which basically resolves the issue you picked, to actually opening a pull request. Like, I don't know how it's gonna happen, but I mean, like, Maya has the experience. So how do you? I mean, like, if it's a code contribution, we know you're gonna have to like open a pull request and do stuff. But I mean, I don't know how that works when it comes to design contribution. So Maya's gonna walk us through all of that, right? So it's going to be an interesting session. So you better go grab that cup of coffee or that bottle of water, and hang tight. All right. So Maya, how do we get started? Do you start sharing your screen, or do you have something you want to tell the audience before we start?
I just want to say thank you for being here and let's get started. I'm going to start by sharing my screen.
Okay, I'm ready. I'm ready to
Am I
learn.
audible?
Yes, you're audible.
Okay. So the first thing I'll be doing is going to GitHub.
So let me know if you are having
Okay.
trouble with a screen. Maybe she's gonna like have to like zoom in a little bit. So yeah, but I can see your screen now.
Can you see my screen?
Yes.
Okay. Okay. All right. So this is GitHub interface, user interface. So I'm going to start by checking out async API. Let's say you have already found a community you want to contribute to. So all you need to do is to search for the community, right?
Okay.
So this is async API. They have they have different repository here. I call the repository a branch. No, it's not like because a branch has another meaning in open source. Sorry, in GitHub. So what I mean by a branch is like the main projects you want to contribute to. Async API is like a tree. So the
Okay.
branches there are like we have websites, we have Modelina, we have Guild. Those are like the branches under Async KPI. So let's say you want to start contributing to design or research. I'm going to start from here, the Async KPI website. Then I'll go to issues here. After the code, you have issues, and I'm going to search for design. So yes, here
Interesting.
you're going to find all the design issues under the website. So you are going to just anyone you are interested in, just like click on it and start working. So let's go back to the main async API. Okay, come. Yeah. So we already prepared an issue for us to work on. So I'm going to search for okay Modelina, right?
Okay, so we are actually looking into another project on the Async API.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, Modelina.
Okay, so this is Modelina. I'm going to go through that same process, going on at the issue, yes, and searching for a design issue. Okay. Improve layout of improve layout of playground, redesigning Modelina websites. So this is interesting. UI UX in mind. So let's click on it. Please confirm if you can see my screen. Yes.
Yes, we can see your screen, Maya.
So here's the issue we want to contribute to redesigning the Modelina's websites while keeping UI UX in mind. Okay, so let me show you the Modelina website. So here is the Modelina website. And the issue here, as a
Okay.
designer, looking at this, we'd have seen there are a lot of issues here to work on. Looking at the icon here, the logo, the Moderna logo is too small. So let's go back to the issue and see what exactly they want us to do here. So said the current website of Moderna is not appealing, like the Async API main website. Okay, so I want to see what the main website looks like. How is it that the Moderna is not appealing?
Okay.
Yeah. Oh, I see. So this is the Async API main website. Nice. It's not appealing and it's not mobile responsive. We have two things now, and does not have all the features and information that users need. What are the features and information that they want the users to see? We are going to check that as well. They want the website to be improved to be more user friendly and informative. Okay. Also, the docs of Moderna should be integrated while keeping UX in mind. I don't know what that means. Docs of Moderna, right? So there are some few issues that we can improve. Okay, so let's get to it. Here is the details of what they want. Designing the Figma mockup for a complete website, including docs. I don't understand
Mm-hmm.
that. Building the UI for the design. Okay, I think I get that. Integrating the docs. All right. So let's say this is an issue you want to work on and you are interested in it. I'm just going to make a comment below here. I at Okay, so let's check the name of the person. Okay, I'm interested in working on this issue. Okay, So let's say the person has already accepted this. You can go ahead. The first thing I want to do is you don't just want to go to Figma and start designing without understanding or seeing the fonts, the typography, the colors they use here at Async API.
Mhm.
So I'm still going to go back to GitHub and try and search for the design system if I'm going to find it there. Can you see the screen?
Yes.
Okay. So here is Async API. Okay. Under the repo, let's search for brand. Okay. So we can see Async API guidelines, brand guidelines, and strategy. So yeah, just scroll down under the assets. Want to see the assets? Okay. Okay. I'm not seeing anything here, so we go back. Okay. I can see logos. Okay, let's just go back to top and search for this API. Right. So I'm at the repo and I'm just going to look for the brand. Okay. Okay. Let's see if this works. Yeah. So here we have it. We have the brand guidelines. You want to check out what it means by the brand guidelines. You want to see the logos. So we are redesigning the Modelina's landing page. So let's check the logos to see what we need there. Okay, the logos. Select program. Okay, so yeah, we have the logo for studio. We have for Modelina. We are working on the Modelina landing page. So I'm just going to click on Modelina. Okay. So here we have the okay. Okay. Locate so Modelina. I don't know. Can you see my screen?
Yes, we can see your screen. So what are we looking for right now, Maya?
I'm looking for the Modelina's logo. I don't know. I saw it this morning.
Okay.
So,
So I think
okay.
you should be going to the logos directory.
Yeah.
Okay, you're in the logos directory right there.
Yeah, that's it. I can't find it. Hold on. Okay, everyone. So once you are ready to get started, you are going to be invited to the Figma board where you can work on. Or let's just look for the design system here. We have the colors. Yeah, we have the color here and how to use them. So I already have this on my Figma board. So I'm just going to show you straight on Figma. Okay. So can you see the screen?
Yes, we can say.
Okay. So I have the async API. I copied the Figma board and I have my own personal workspace where I have all my contributions to async API here. So let's say we have already started and you want to start designing the Modelina. I'm going to name this Modelina. Here we have the colors, typography, and everything you want to use is here.
I mean, did you get all of this information?
Okay, coming now. Okay, so as I've said, once you are done, once you are ready to start contributing, you'll be added to the Figma board where you start
Okay.
contributing to it. So on the Figma board, you already have the colors, typography, and everything you need to use is here.
Okay, that is actually interesting. So you don't have to like worry about anything. So you just like
Yeah,
get invited to this board.
yeah. So instead of me looking for the logo and design system there, sorry, design system on GitHub, you can
Mhm.
actually start working once you have been invited to the board.
Okay, makes sense.
Okay. So I'm going to create a new page for Modelina. Yeah. So this is the page I want to work on. They want us to redesign, right?
Mm.
I'm going to make a screenshot of this to serve as a guide. And we'll be starting with the wireframe. The reason why we are going to be starting with the wireframe is that so you can give the team enough time and enough chance to brainstorm on what you have done. You don't want to go straight into the design and start editing, modifying stuffs every time.
Okay, so we are going to before you start design contribution, you don't want to start designing the final look. So you want to first have a wireframe So the wireframe is what you can use to collect feedbacks on how the, let's say, the layouts should be, right? Or am I wrong?
What do you say is I can hear.
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yes, I can now.
Yeah, I mean like the wireframe, right? What you are you saying before you start any design contribution, you don't just go straight into like designing the final look. You have to like first have a wireframe just to collect feedback.
Yeah, and that actually also depends on you. Some people are not comfortable with doing the wireframe first and start designing. So do whatever works for you. But for like getting more feedbacks and for your work, it's better to start with the wireframe. It gives you enough time to like edit and modify stuff before showing them the final look of how it's supposed to look like.
I mean, open source requires patience, right? So you
Yeah,
should definitely do something that would make much like that would take time. Like you don't have to like be in an hurry.
yeah,
So
that's
yeah, I
true.
would buy into the idea of the wireframe.
Yes, we are about to get started with that. So I'm going to be dropping
Okay.
these screenshots here. Okay, we have it here. And I'll start by clicking on the frame. Want to select the frame. Control F, right? And yeah, I'm going to use a desktop and MacBook Pro 16. Do I need to zoom in? Can you see my screen?
Um,
So the first thing I want to do here is to create the create the navbar. Here is the navbar where we have the Modelina
okay.
examples, playground, API docs, and start on the top. Yeah. So I'll do that by starting with a text examples. As you can see, I already have the Modelina logo here. Start with examples.
I mean, are you sharing your Figma file right now? Because all I can say is just a static
Oh,
modeling.
I'm so sorry. Yes, I
Yeah.
thought I was sharing it. Sorry.
Okay.
So I already have the Modelina logo here. And as
hmm
I've said, we are going to be starting with the navbar. So here is the examples. And trust me, you want to use the um, text front we already have. So once you have been invited, as I've said, you have access to text front and all. Okay. Can you see my screen? Is it moving? Because I think this is not working.
So all I can say is just examples highlighted.
Okay. 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 Come in. How about now?
Yeah, we can see now. Do you mind zooming in a bit? I mean,
Yeah.
the text are like way too tiny.
Okay, so yeah, we have the examples. I'm going to use the fonts we already have here. I'm going to change this to 16 strong. Okay, I think that's fine. And I'm going to give this an auto layout and change this to 0. The point of giving your frame auto layout is to make it adapt to any content you want to put inside. So let's say I didn't give this. Okay, so this is how it works with auto layouts. We have examples. Let's say I want to put something. This is adapting, right? Yeah, if we don't give it an auto layout, this is how it's going to look like. Examples. So this is a text without auto layouts. Let's say I want to write I want to I duplicate it. I want to eat some. That's like how to scale it down.
Oh,
You see, but with this, it's going to adapt to any content you put inside. So the next thing we have there is the playground, and I'm going to change this. I'm going to name it as examples. Have what's that? What do we have? Playground. Have a playground and API docs. I'm going to change this to playground A and API. So I'm going to have the GitHub, as you can see here from the screenshot. We have star on GitHub. I'm going to create that as well. I'm going to look for a GitHub icon. I already have my plugin, the plugin I use for the icon, and I'm just going to use Iconify. Okay, here is it. Yeah, that was my last search, I guess. Okay, I'm going to go with this one. You can just drag and drop it to your Figma board, or you can download it here as well. Import icon.
okay. For you all that are just joining the stream, so what Maya is doing right now, so Maya is creating the wireframe for the design she's going to like do for the Modelina website. So that is what she's currently doing.
Yes, here we have a icon. We need to add it to this. I'm going to use an auto layout as well. Yes. I'm going to make this a button. This is wireframe. We won't be using the colors just to show them a sketch of how it's supposed to look like. That's why I'm not using any color. Yeah. I'm going to give this a corner radius of 4. I'm going to select this 3 and give it an auto layout. Select this as well and give it an auto layout. 24. Okay, so since we already have the Modena logo, I'm just going to bring it here. Okay, let's change the color first so it can be visible. Okay. I'm trying to scale it down so it won't look too big.
I mean, the logo is white in color. Are you gonna change it or something?
Yeah, I'm going to change that.
Okay.
Okay, so our nav bar is almost done. Since it's on auto layout, um, just going to give it like 24. Okay. Yeah, I was supposed to give the frame a layout grid. Hold on. I'll make the count 12. This 62 and the water 24. The spacing here is the margin, the white space here and here. So that side is the margin. So you can increase it, can be 80 depending on what works for you. And the gutter is the white line beside the column, inside the column.
Okay.
I'm just going to give this a few color. Okay. I'm going to stretch it out. I'm trying to increase the space in here so they can all stay at this end. So the gig icon is supposed to stay here. Don't worry, I'm going to change the color. I'm just trying to fix this first.
Yeah, it's looking beautiful already.
Okay. So once that is done, yeah, can you see the Moderna is also staying here? That's the part.
Mhm.
I'm going to hide this column so I can see very well. and the playground is going to be white. I'm going to zoom in and make this button as well. I'm going to make it white. Then the content inside is going to be black. So it can be visible. Yes.
Nice. I mean, we already have enough, but
Okay, so we are done with the nav bar. As you can see, this is not sitting where it's supposed to sit. It's supposed to be here, right? So you just click on it and increase the spacing here. Done. So let's go back to our screenshots. Okay, I didn't capture all in that screenshot. So I'm just going to show you here. So another thing you can notice on this website, apart from the logo that is small, is that this Modelina is not big enough. And another thing is, as a user, let's say I'm a user, right? I don't understand what this section is all about. I don't understand. So that's the
okay.
point of whole redesigning, making it better. So, and we are going to be using dummy text. Don't forget, I said it's a wireframe. So once
Yeah.
that's accepted, you can start with creating text and all of that. So it's going to be Modelina. And I'm going to change the font
You
size.
yes, you're still sharing the Medellina screenshots of the website.
My apologies.
Yeah.
Okay, so let me do. So what I said was that I was going to start with the text or the Modelina. All right, Modelina. Then I'm going to change the font size to Heading Excel, Heading Large. Modelina is a website on its own. It's not like it's inside uh,
Isn't
another.
it there?
Mhm. I'm going to increase this and give it an auto layout as well. As you can see, this is sitting like it's left aligned. Okay, it's even middle aligned. That's fine. I'm going to change this to modeling. Okay, I'll take this one. Bring it down, duplicate it. I'm trying to make the text under Modelina here. It's text. So I'm just going to right click here and look for Lorem Ipsum, the dummy text. Yeah.
My favorite.
Okay, so you can select like just input how many sentences you want it to generate. So let's start with four. Let's see how that looks like. Okay, this is not what we want, so I'm just going to reduce this and make it 16 pixels and scale it down. Yeah, that's fine. Yes, and I'm going to reduce the boldness. So I'm going to change this to medium. We don't want it to be too bold. And this is perfect. Then give it an auto layout. Want it to be let's say 12. Yeah, we are done with the first session, right? So what I can understand here is that okay, get started immediately with Modelina through async API CLI. It's like they are telling us how to get started with Modelina. Mm? So let's try
Mhm.
and create something. See how we can modify this, make it look better. Okay. I'm going to duplicate this Modelina, bring it out. That's the form part of auto layout. And I'll change this to how to get started. As I've said, you can all these text can be changed later on. The point is to show them what you want to present, your work. I'm going to scale this down to 36 and make this 60. Okay. I'm going to duplicate this dummy text as well because we want to explain how to get started. Just like a brief introduction on how do they get started with modeling. Give this an auto layout as well. Center it and give it 12. I'll change this frame to uh, so, okay. So now we have this and I want to represent this. I'll be using shapes for images. So instead of like downloading the images, it's going to be
Mhm.
shape. So the first thing is just click on your shape. I'll use the rectangle. Right. Bring it down here. This rectangle is going to serve as this image we have here. And I'm going to start with my text. We have ACKPI CLI get started. Duplicate this again. Have it. ACKPI. I want to reduce this to, I don't want it to be too big. So let's go with 24. And that's fine. And change this to 40. So we have get started using, we're still going to use the soon. Yes. So let's say this is our text. I want to scale this down to fit. You don't need the padding here. You need to scale. Yeah. Okay. So I'm going to join this together as an auto layout. How does it look like here? Give it. Yeah, so for our button, for this button, view on the top, I'm just going to duplicate the ones I already have here and bring it out. I'm going to change the fill to black and the inside, the text inside to white. I'll change the text to view. Yeah. Okay, so for this, I'm just going to duplicate another one. I duplicated another triangle here. Make this, join this together with an layout. I'm going to make it sit in the middle here and distance here. Okay, I'm trying to reduce it. Just click on it. 24, it's fine. Okay, I want this rectangle to fill this container, so I'm just going to click on it and add, make it fill container. So this is the design I'm proposing, right?
Hmm.
Okay, and I'm going to give the whole rectangle a fill color. I'm going to give this a padding of 24. I'm going to make the fill color a little bit white. Okay, I think that color is fine. With this, then give it a corner radius. It is fine. I'll give this a corner radius of 4. You want to change the text to white because you don't want it to be looking hot. Change this to white as well. And set it to the middle. Not staying. Okay. Set it in the middle. And so here we have the first image. I think that's the image. I don't like the way the view on GitHub is looking, so I'm just going to play around and see what works. Change this to lighter color. copy and use the same color for this. Yeah. So we have this other thingy. I don't know why that is there or what is like
You
the
mean the code snippet?
yeah, this
Yeah, I mean it's just probably a faster way for it to like get started. Just like a single line of code and boom.
okay. So let's try and incorporate that to this design as well. So I'm just going to duplicate this, scale it
Okay.
down, and have it on top. Like, okay, make it bigger, little, and have it here. Depending, that's the whole point of the wireframe. So let's say
Mhm.
we don't want this, so let's try and bring it here, or just don't bring it after here. So we have
Okay, so we
three
have like three options.
exactly for this. Let's just go with this one. As you can see, we have two sections. We have the async API CLI and the installation. So I'm going to go back to GitHub and sorry, Figma, duplicate this as the second one. Then give it auto layout to group them together with this as well. Because this is the section explaining these two images. Okay, moving forward, I'm going to increase the height. So the next section we have here is the usage. We also want to represent the usage. How is Modelina being used? Right.
Mm.
Okay. I'm going to duplicate this how to get started frame, bring it out. Sorry.
I mean you're not back in Figma, so
What did you say? Oh, okay. Oh God.
I mean yeah.
Sorry. Okay. Usage. Yeah. We have our usage. So it's not bad to use this the ones you already created here. It's not bad. So let's see. Let's try and use this one and see how it works. So I'm going to be using another image to represent, sorry, a shape to represent this. Then we have a text here, right? Okay,
Mhm.
share this tab. Delete. We have the image. Okay, you don't need this one here too. Can you see the way the auto layout is working? You don't have to
I
like,
mean it's actually fantastic.
yeah, it is. I love it. Okay, so this is our image and this is the text. I want to make this more visible. So just use that. I'm just going to create something like a step one. If that will work, and that all depends on on the feedback you get. If that is what they want.
Hmm.
Okay, this is already in 16. Let's give it semi broad to layout. I'm going to name this as step. I want to make this more visible. So we have our image and a little text under it. Alright, I'm going to bring this out. Instead of putting it inside, let's just bring it out. 24. Still looking small. I don't know if this from here. Okay, I need to go with semi. Right. So this is step one. Delete this. Then we can have the step two. I'm going to give this a note to layout as well. Just delete this and duplicate this. Bring it here. I want this step one, step two, and I'm going to bring it to the other side. Oh, sorry. Yeah. I'm going to copy. Sorry. Let's just copy from here. Hit this. Make this step three. I think we have like four images, right? Oh, we have up to eight. So we want to show
Um,
them what this is, right?
you are still in Modelina.
Is I have.
Okay.
Okay. I'm just going to group all this together. Yeah, I'm going to make it stay in the middle with this. And give it an layout as well. Let's say we are done with all these images, right? Next thing is the footer.
Hmm.
So here is this trick I used to do. Instead of creating the footer from scratch, I'll just screenshot it from here. Okay. From the website. Yeah. And save it. Then I'll bring it back to Figma. Yes. You know what? We can as well design it. Do we still have enough time?
Yeah, we do.
All right. I'm not sure. Was this a mistake? We have async API as the. Okay, don't worry. I'm just going to copy, bring it out. I'm going to have my text here. It says building revenue. Let's align it. Uh, okay, this is too big. So let's just do. Um, we are putting some. Okay, we're gonna have this. Okay, so we have those two, and we have the initiative with an up layout. I'm going to change this to 0, 0, and 0. And we have the about blog shop jobs. I'm going to duplicate this about shop blog. jobs, and brand, and give it an auto layout, making sure it's aligned. Yeah, add an auto layout as well. Then duplicate this row as the news. We have email posts. What else do we have? Then we have the socials. Yeah, we already have uh, a GitHub logo here. I'm just going to copy from you and bring it back. I have it here. I'm going to use my plugin, Appanify. Where is Appanify? Let's just use GitHub logo for all the
Mhm.
social. An example, right? Yeah. Yeah. We need to take this out of here and add an auto layout. Then take this. I'm going to delete this logo and this as well. The spacing we have here, I'm going to change it to 12. Sorry, 12. Then duplicate the frame. I'm going to change this to 16. Yes. Okay. So here's the first one. Here's the second one. Third one. So we have socials, social. I'm going to give this an auto layout with this. With the layout and make it stay. And we already have 21. Let's make it 10 and 18. We cannot layout. Okay. I'm going to group the Modelina and this text together. I'm going to have it with this create an auto layout. And let's okay. Sorry, I'm still going to change the color. I'm just trying to make it fit. I'm just going to change this color of the footer. Give it a feel. I'm going to give it a padding here, the top here. I'm going to come to the side. Let's say 24. Have it text. So this one as well. Text.
Hey Maya, I think we lost Maya. So I think we're gonna have to like wait for a few minutes to see if Maya will be back. I think she's having some internet issue. Okay, I think we lost Maya, so I'm going to reach out to her to see what the problem is. Uh, I'm so sorry for the delay. I believe Maya will be back in no time. Okay, so while we wait for Maya, so I haven't had time to go through the comments. Um, okay, so we had greeting from Savio. Hey Savio, thanks for joining this stream. And we also have Bidemi. Hi Bidemi. Thanks for joining. Yeah, I can't wait to see the design also. It's been amazing so far. We have Biggs from Twitch. Hey Biggs. We also have Comforts. Hi Comforts. Thanks for the cheers. So we also have Olumide. He said, I don't have much knowledge about design, but the process does seem attractive to me. Yeah, honestly, I don't have much knowledge about design also, but it's like during the stream, I felt like a designer. Hey, Tuli. Yeah, thanks, Bidemi. This is so interesting and fun. Love it. Yeah, I also love it. I mean, like, yeah, it looks like a network issue. Yeah, I think she should be back in no time. And yeah, so if you have any question, so far, I believe this is the best time to like do comments. And yes, so we can ask Maya when she's back. Because I also have a lot of questions actually. I mean, like I have, so I'm gonna be asking her. So yeah, if you have questions, please do feel free to like drop them in the comment section below. Yeah, so if you haven't also like subscribe to the Skipia YouTube channel, please do that now, because we will have so much content rolling up in the future, and we also have some past streams you might want to like check out. um yeah, so Maya is not back yet, so she should be back anytime from now. And yeah, so while we wait for Maya, I just want to use this opportunity to also like tell you folks about the Syncope conference that is coming up. So I'm gonna share a link to the conference website, so you might want to check it out. And yeah, so the Syncope conference is coming up. We have like different the conference to be held in different locations across the globe. But we have the one coming up right now is in London. Yeah, so if you are in London, or you're closer to London and you want to attend this Gigabyte conference that is happening in London, yeah, you should probably go purchase a ticket right now. Yeah, so looking forward to like seeing you all there. I mean, it's going to be an amazing conference. Yeah, so still waiting for Maya. Hey Maya, are you there?
Hi. Hello.
Hi, welcome back. Yeah,
I'm sorry, my
can you hear me?
laptop just got off. Yes, I can hear you. Can you hear
Yeah,
me?
network issue, right?
Yes, I'm so sorry.
It's fine. It's fine. It happens a lot.
All right. So let's go back to Figma.
Yep. Oh, what's
Okay.
happened?
Is it okay now? Can you see my screen?
I think something is wrong. Um, can you give me a few seconds? I think it's showing something else on YouTube. Why is it showing? Oh, okay. So yeah, we can get started. I don't know why it's
All right.
showing thinking it's loud.
Please confirm if you can see my screen.
Yep.
Okay. So I don't know. Were you able to see how I did this before the network got off?
Yeah. So you were actually doing this alignment,
Okay.
but I think you haven't gotten to the part where you like actually moved it down.
Down, down, like
Everything was aligned on the left before you left.
Did you see this? How I duplicated this GitHub?
Yes, we saw how you duplicated the GitHub.
Hmm. So I'm just going to start from here. Duplicate this to our social. And yeah, we are done with the footer. So I want to align this. We have the modeling now. We have how to get align it, and this as well. Then I'm going.
Okay, it looks like we've lost Maya again. Um, why is network doing this to us? We are almost at the end of the live stream. We just keep losing Maya. Okay, she's back.
Hello,
Yo, hi.
can you hear me? Was it my network again?
Yeah, network also like messed up.
Sorry.
Okay.
So I was explaining. I want to define the space between all these elements, the modelina, how to get started, usage, and the footer. So I'm just going to click on them, and we have 100 here, right? So I'm going to use
Mhm.
120. Yes. So click on this. Sorry. Click on this, and yeah, we are done with the design. So once you are done with the design, all you want to do now is to want to be sure our elements are well aligned. Something like this modelina. This is not where we want it to be. I'm just going to click on this and manually shift it. Yes. The point of this arrow ruler is to guide me. Make sure the elements are well aligned. So if I turn on the layout grid, you can see everything is here, all aligned here. Same here as well. Yes. So once you are done with the design, you want to show the community what you have done, if they are going to accept this or not. So click on
Okay.
it, then go to export and export it as a PNG or JPEG, depending on what you want. I'm going to use PNG, export it. Then I'll go to the GitHub issue where I made a comment that I'm interested in the issue. And I'm going to attach files by dragging and dropping. Click on this and then bring my file here. Sorry, I still named it MacBook Pro. No, it was not supposed to be that. Sorry. So I'm just going to change this to Modelina homepage. I'm going to re-download it. Yes, we have it here. Click here and bring it. I'm just going to make a comment. Please check this out. Please check this out. I want to preview it, right? So this is what we have.
Mhm. I mean, you're still on Figma, so
It's thank you for saving my life.
yeah, you're welcome.
So let me do this again. I'm sorry. I'm going to do the open again. So I've already downloaded my file and I want to show them. I want to show the community what I've done. So I'm going to click on this, then bring the Modelina home page, open. Then it's going to be here. I'm going to say, please check this out. I'm going to preview it. So it's still uploading.
Mhm.
Okay. Yes. So this is it. I think I noticed a slight mistake here. I don't know if you can see the white lining.
Yeah,
Okay, so anyways, you want to show them this. So even if you have a slight mistake, okay, and you want to like edit it, it's fine. The point is show them what they want from the design. Let's see that first, then you can edit that one, those ones later. Doesn't really matter. So I'm just going to make the comments. Okay. So yeah, I think it has been updated. Let me refresh. Yes, I made my first contribution. Thank
wow,
you.
this is really nice. I mean, like one more thing I was just like ask is, do you also like get to like share the Figma link?
The Figma link where I did this. Yes, yes, thank you. I forgot that. So let's say you want to share the Figma link. Here's the Figma link. So here's the Figma link. I'm just going to click on this link. I'll go back to Figma. I'm going to share this tab. Click on share, then copy, and go back to the issue. I already click on the link, add a link, then I'll put my URL. Review it. Okay, so we have the link here. I'm going to update comments. So there you go. I made my first contribution.
I mean, it's actually really interesting. The fact that you walked us through searching for design issue to designing that particular issue, then to contributing to the issue, like design. I mean, I never knew it's actually really fun like this.
It is once you understand the issue, like how do you want to contribute? What are the things you need to do there? I think it's going to be fun.
So now all we just have to wait for is the feedback from the folks that actually like commented on the issue or that opened the issue. And so how does this communication work?
Okay, so in open source, I'm going to tell you, you have to be really, really patient. The communication does not like work just like that. Oh, I finished this, please check it out. It takes time. So let's say probably after a week or more or less, and someone say, oh, this is nice, we can move on. So the next thing you do is to start adding colors, start designing the website, right? Once you are done, you're going to share it the same way I just shared this, and developers are going to start working on it to implement it. I think it's as simple as that.
I mean, like the interesting. I think you just mentioned something that actually caught my attention, which is developers are gonna work on it. So I mean, like I don't know. I know how it works in real life, but I'm curious how it also like works I mean, like I know how it works in organizations that are not open source, but I'm just curious to know how it works in open source project. So when you say developers are going to work on it, I mean, like if a contributor that contributes via code wants to like implement this design, um, how do you have this communication with this developer and say, oh, I want this thing to look the way or exactly the way I've designed it? I mean, like it's open source, right? I mean, the the developer isn't getting paid to like implement the design. You also didn't get paid to design it, right? I mean, so what if the developer starts showing like saying, oh, I don't really care. I just want to like implement it. And you, as a designer, you have a taste, and you're like, oh, I want this pixel perfect. So, I mean, how do you balance this situation?
That's a very tricky question. So there we have to start communicating, going back and forth, because it has to be implemented the same way I designed it. Once it has been approved, then it has to be implemented the same way. If the developer did not get it at first, then we keep going on it, telling him what to do, where is lagging, and all of that. But it has to be the same way it has been designed.
Okay, so which means you are actually at the top of the table. I mean, like without your final approval, then the implementation doesn't like get merged.
Yeah, it doesn't. Since they have approved it, this is what the community wants. So if you are going to work on it, you have to follow the procedure. You don't have to like change anything. Or even if you are going to change anything, then it has to be communicated and like we all have to agree on it. Do we want this thing to be changed? How do we want this changed?
Oh, okay, that makes so much sense now. Because I've always like thought, oh my god, how does this communication work? I mean, like, so now it makes sense that you also get to like your final approval. I mean, like you designed it right, and then you should definitely have enough say or more say in the implementation of how it should look like. Okay,
Yeah.
so we are getting to the end of the stream. So if you have any question, now is the time to start dropping them. So while we wait for their questions, I mean, I still have another question. Um, and my question is, so I'm sorry. So my question is, what advice do you have for to know that are designers, but don't actually know how to like navigate their paths to contributing to open source. Even the fact that, or despite the fact that they love open source, they want to contribute to open source, but they are so confused on uh, how do I get started? Like, what am I? I mean, like you just showed us how to get started, right? To contribute to open source,
Open source.
to contribute to design in open source project, right? But I mean, like it's still kind of, I mean, it is far fetched from what a lot of open source not open source, a lot of designers are like are always like say. I mean, like I don't know how to get started. I mean, you know how to get started, then why not get started? It's just like I don't know, I'm not gonna say gatekeeping, um but what advice, what are you gonna tell them? Like what are they gonna do? What are they supposed to do? I mean, some word of motivation or what, to just
Okay.
get them started in contributing to open source.
Okay, so when I started, I was also nervous. Like I was very nervous. I didn't know how to navigate my way through the top, but I did some tricky things. I reach out to community members and I'll be like, if there's any design issue you want me to work on, just tag me to it or send me the link. So instead of me going to GitHub and start looking for all the links, all the design issues, they just send me the link. Once I have the link, I watch YouTube videos on how to like make comments, do this, do the little thing that does not look like technical know-how to do. Once I'm done with the design, just as I explained now, I'm going to show interest. I want to work on this. Can I work on this? Okay, fine, you can. So I'll start designing, then send it back to GitHub. The point is you should not be nervous about this. Open source is a very welcoming community, especially async API. You can reach out to anybody. We have design channels. You can tell us what you want. How do you want to get started? There are resources that can be sent to you to understand how all this thing works. Am I audible?
Hey, yeah, you're audible.
Okay.
So my second question is, so when contributing, I know like when it comes to open source like um, it's actually mostly known for collaboration, right? In fact, there's so many people that collaborate on something. I'm trying to like think. I mean, for developers, you have like experience. I know how it works. For code reviews and stuff. But I mean, for design related issues, like how does that work? Like, can more than one designer like actually work on an issue? Like collaborate on one particular issue. Like for instance, like say you did the mock-up and the mock-up like got approved, and another designer is actually saying, "Hey Maya, I'm actually interested in implementing the final design. While you like review it and I get to like design it. Now this is like more than one designer right now. Now this is like two designers like working on a single issue. Is there a possibility that kind of thing actually like exists when doing design contributions?
Yeah, it does work. That's the point of open source collaboration. Open source goes with name collaboration. So designers, we can have 2 to 3 designers on an issue depending on the complexity of the issue. So it doesn't really matter. We can collaborate and work on issues.
Okay, so talking about collaboration, um, so I'm just sharing a link to this to our Slack. So if you're interested in design issues and you are so scared of like searching the whole GitHub repos for design issues, I know that can be overwhelming. So you can just join the Slack channel and reach out and join the design channel. So just join us on Slack, then go to the design channel, ask there if there's any design issue. I know someone will definitely drop one for you. And yes, you can also like reach out to Maya personally or reach out to me. I'm Ace on Slack, so that I could refer you to some design issues, right? So talking about collaboration, Maya, do you mind sharing the link to the discussion, like the issue we just like created a wireframe for?
Okay, yes.
Yeah. So if you're interested in actually completing the design, so Maya already like helped with the wireframe and now she's waiting for feedback, right? So the moment when she gets like this feedback, so if you're interested in uh contributing to this final phase of the design, right? I think then you can also like collaborate with Maya on it, and Maya will like help review the designs for you and like tell you what to do and what's not. Yeah, so I'm gonna share the link to the issue. Yeah, so that's the link to the issue. So, any other question? Okay. Okay, no question. So thank you, Maya. I mean, like it's been an awesome session. And of course, like I'm so looking forward to hosting another design session with you. I mean, like another Let's Talk contributing design. Yeah. So thank you for joining this call, Maya. It's actually been an honor, and thank you for honoring the invitation to stream with me. And yeah. So,
Welcome.
what closing remark do you have before we say goodbye?
Okay. Thank you, everyone. I really appreciate the fact that you're here. So don't be scared of open source. Open source is a welcoming community. Async API is very welcoming. If you are interested, please join through this Slack channel. Sorry, through the Slack link, and we welcome you with open hands. Thank you so much.
Yeah, so if you're interested in design contribution, reach out to Maya on Slack. She's very active. Yes, so thank you, Maya, for the call, for joining the call, and looking forward to like seeing you in another stream sometimes in the future. Yeah, so have fun,
Thanks,
Maya.
sis. Bye.
Bye. Yeah, so this is the end of today's live stream where we spoke about contributing to design. Async API design issues. Maya actually did an amazing job we actually walked us from searching for a design issue to actually designing or providing a solution for that particular design issue, right? And that is actually I mean, it looks simple actually. I mean, but for beginners, like for a first time open source, right, it's not actually easy. But so thanks, Maya, for for the help. I mean, like if you want to feature, actually, if you want to feature on one of SNKPI live streams, yeah, we feature a lot of folks to that can share that knowledge and stuff. So you can also like reach out to me on Slack or reach out to Tully if you want to feature on one of SNKPI live streams, right? If you contribute to it in KPI and you have like this thing you want to share with the community, so you can also like reach out to us. We can have a live stream a session with you. So that is all for today. So as a closing remark, don't be scared to contribute to open source, right? So as a designer, don't be scared to contribute to open source. And yeah, so if you are new to open source and you want to get started, I think Async API is the best community for you, right? As we welcome all kind of contributions. So thanks for joining this call, guys, folks. See you in the next call. And Amaze again, once again.